them get quiet.
The River by John Masefield. At the first crashing of the mast, the men sprang from their sleep to hurry to the deck. They found that fate had caught them in a pin. The door that opened out was jammed with wreck. The seamen learned that they were doomed within that buried door. Some cursed, some raved, but one among them turned straight to the manhole leaded in the floor, and sitting down astride it, drew his knife and steadily dug to pick away at the lead, while at the ports his fellows cried for life, "Burst in the door, or we shall all be dead!" They felt the vessel settling, and then the gurgling stopped. The ship was still. She stayed. She sank no deeper. And probing at the wall, the captain found the leak no longer rising, so he cried, "She is not sinking. You will not be drowned. The shifting sand has silted up her side. Now there is time. The tug shall put ashore and fetch explosives up from the town. I'll burst the house or blow away the door. It will not kill you if you all lie down. Be easy in your minds, and you'll be free as soon as we've the blast." The seamen heard the tug go townwards, but still the digger bent above the lid, gouging the solder from it as at first, pecking the lead, intent on what he did. The other seamen mocked at him or cursed, but still his knife blade clicked like ticking time, counting the hour till the tug's return. And still the ship stood steady on the slime, while fate above fingered with her urn. One man leaned at the porthole and stared, checking his yawning at the widest stretch, then blinked and swallowed while he muttered scared, "That blasting cod takes an age to fetch." Then swiftly passing from the port, he went up and then down the vessel till he stayed, fixed on the porthole with his eyes intent, round-eyed and white, as if he were afraid, then muttered as he stared, "No, no, she is. She's deeper than she was. She's settling down. Look here at her. She's sinking in her tracks. She's going down by inches as she stands. Her going down is churning up the sands." And instantly a panic took the crew. Even the digger blanched, his knife blade's haste cutting the solder, witnessed that he knew time was on the brink, with not a breath to waste. The engine had not come. The blast had not arrived. Her prisoned hands saw her still waiting. Though their time had come, the ship was going down among the sands. Full of sick sounds, she settled deathward. She gurgled and shook. The digger picked the lead, and as she paused to take the final plunge, prone like a half-tide rock, the men on deck jumped to their boats and left, ere like a sponge the river's rotten heart began to absorb the wreck. And on that perilous instant ere time struck, the digger's work was done. The lead was cleared. He cast the manhole up. Below it much floated. The hole was full. The water leered. All his labor had but made a hole by which to leap to death. He drew a breath and took his life in trust, and plunged head foremost into that black pit, where floating cargo bumped against the beams. He floundered in that sunk ship's inky womb, drowned in deep water for what seemed like years, buried alive, and groping through the tomb. Till suddenly, the beams against his back gave, and the water on his eyes was bright. He shot up through the hatchway, foul with wreck, into clean air, and life, and dazzling light. And striking out, he saw nothing. The ship was gone, vanished below the water. and men in boats were there. They helped him in. He gulped for breath and looked at where that vessel had once been. Then he heard the siren of a tugboat call and saw her speeding, bringing the blast charge that had come too late. Time's minute hand had been the hand